So it pops a little more. See how that looks. Just kind of bring it down here. Okay, so I have this sketchbook that I love to use. It's from Tumartra. It's about a 4x6 inch, and it's 100% cotton. It's very inexpensive. These are some of the paintings I have in here. Like I said, many tutorials on YouTube from here. Some are personal. This is a tutorial. Oh boy. This is personal. This is a tutorial. I think this is a tutorial also. Goodness, I can't even turn this. Personal. These are from when I was in Bend, Oregon, a while back. And this one is a tutorial. This is a recent tutorial. So I figured I need to I want to finish this sketchbook. I want to try and get this filled up. Let me have a finished sketchbook. I have so many sketchbooks working through, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do some kind of fruit. I don't know why. Just thought I'd fruit. I got a reference photo that I've kind of clipped in the description box. Strawberries. And we're not going to follow it to the T, but we're going to just draw some strawberries. I'll do a pencil drawing first. We could do an ink and wash here or not. I think I might do an ink and wash. I'm not sure. So here we go. Strawberry. I can kind of just do the strawberry here. So it's basically like a heart shape. So if I need to know how to draw a strawberry, I'm going to grab a piece of paper and a marker. Basically, it's like a heart, right? Think of like a heart, but you don't do the little indentation here. You just keep it going straight across in a curve, right? So you're going to go down and curve. And that's your strawberry. And then for the little leaves on top, just bend the little leaves. And then for the seeds, little tiny skinny ovals. Right? And then we've got the stems and then the leaves. So they're kind of round, but they kind of curve in and they jiggity jaggedy. So jiggity jaggedy edge. And they come in and then you see all the veins. That's one of the leaves. You can barely see it here, one of the leaves, but they kind of look like this. Kind of wiggling my pen here. But we're not going to really see that. You can see little buds. So draw along with me. Sometimes I first start out which I'm going to do with a pencil. Just mapping out what I want to do for the strawberries. There's one here. And it's not going to look exactly like the picture. The picture is for reference. I'm just wiggling real quick. We have a leaf here. We have some coming down here. And maybe I'll have this one comes down. It's like a little cap on this one. It curves a little bit, and then it has another one. I'd like to do things in odd numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's fine. And then we see a little flower. They are white flowers and just kind of squiggly. So little white flowers here with a yellow center. And come back out here. So you see my little ruff that I have. And then I'll do another little bud here, I think. And maybe I'll have a little flower here. I don't know. We can put another flower down here. Fill it all in. So let's do another ink and wash. So I use a Sharpie fine point ultra pen. This is a permanent marker. Some people are like, oh, it bleeds. No, if you use the incorrect marker, it bleeds. This is the permanent marker. It will not bleed. And so now we're just going to go back over. See, I'm just going to go making this little hat on my strawberry. And I could do the stem. And here it's kind of like the stem's coming in here. And then the hat is you can see it perspective-wise looking down on the strawberry. Same thing this one, you're looking down at the little hat, the green hat I call it. You can always slow the video down so you can see my drawing a lot slower. If I'm too fast for you, I'm sorry, but now I had that big leaf here. I decided I'm minuting it. I'm going to do the cute little flower. So that means the strawberry is going to be there coming up soon. And there's another little hat on this one, a little smaller. I haven't done this. And there's another little bud here, a little small strawberry. The lines don't have to be perfect. They can crisscross and make a mess. all that stuff. I'm gonna go here, and there's another little bud that's probably green here. So the little ovals. And you whistle while you just draw these. Now, I always give it like a couple of, I don't want to say a couple minutes, but like a good minute, maybe a few seconds longer after you just draw this in to erase it. Just because sometimes the permanent markers do kind of bleed a little bit. It's not often, it's very rare. I'm gonna grab another little, and I can do the leaf. Maybe I have a leaf over here. I'll unclip this and have the jiggity jaggedy leaf kind of going here. Just making up some leaves right there. Right, so now I'm gonna give it a few seconds. And I like a little kneaded eraser, gum eraser, whatever, to erase it. I don't like to have shavings. I just take my time erasing that. Ta-da! You know what would be really cool is if you had like a fountain pen and you could make the lines thick and thin, or you could go in and do some shading with your marker like I'm just doing here. Doesn't have to be watercolor, but just a fun little painting you can wash. I'm gonna zoom back out so you can see some of the paint colors. Obviously, red tones. You know, you see some shadow in the photograph. We're gonna do some fun shadows with the complementary color. And there's a lot of green in the background. I'm just gonna grab my Princeton 12 Aqua Elite Series brush. Now, I don't wanna just use just red color because it's not really what the red looks like in the photograph. This is cadmium red light, and I'm gonna grab some bright rose and mix in here. Or I can even add some pyrol Rubin. I love this color. Get more of a deeper red. It's a great Christmas red, the pyrol Rubin. So it kind of has that feel for this one. And I can water it down. You can make it a little bit pinker. You add a little bit more pink color. Depends on how you want to do it. Then we're just going to put that in the strawberry. Don't worry about the seeds. We're not going to be perfect on this. I'm going to dilute the paint a little bit more because it's lighter in the center there. So maybe just leave a highlight. Diluted the paint, tapping on a paper towel. You don't need much paint here for this. I'll probably go back in the past and make that a little bit darker. Same thing with this. I'm gonna just dilute some of this paint and make the top lighter, and we'll get darker on the bottom. So we do the first pass, the lighter tone, and then we'll go back in and put some darker tones. Now these ones are not fully, you know, bloomed yet, so they're green. Cadmium yellow deep, a little bit of Prussian blue. You get that green, a little bit lighter, add some more yellow. So you get this like light green tone for these little buds. I might make this one pink, red. I don't know if I want to keep it green because I feel like it could be the combination too. I don't have it in the photograph, but you can see where it's green and then turning into red, the pink color. So you can have a combo of the two. How you don't make it brown and muddy is you kind of like separate the colors like I just did there. And this one I'm going to get a little bit pinker. So here's our first pass. And using our greens to just go in here and a little stems, a little cap. And I'm painting this fairly quick. Once we draw it, then this leaf should get a little bit darker. I'll add some more Prussian blue. I don't like it so bluey green. I want to add more. I'm adding some burnt umber to make it a little bit more, you know, diluted a little bit. There, it's a little bit darker. For the green here, for the green stem. The leaf. You can add this green here for the cap. A little darker. I'm just loosely painting this in. Adding that lighter green. This cap. If you use a bigger brush, it lends itself to becoming looser. We're gonna have some fun with it. You know, right now, just a simplistic looking design. Absolutely simple, but we can take it up a notch. So go back with our reds once it's dry. Add a little bit more pyrol in here. Getting a little deeper. Leaving that lighter tone. See, darker on the bottom. Same thing with this one. And on the right side. So you're getting some deeper values in there. For our little bud, go back and add a little green here. For our center flower, it's a yellow center, but it's white. And it wouldn't be all white. It would have some like gray tones to it. So I'll use ultramarine blue deep with a little burnt sienna, but more on the blue side. And we get a nice blue-gray. Now that's very loose and wet. I'll tap off some of the color on my paper towel. And here I'll kind of put that color right in, maybe a little bit more blue, where the white flower is, for some shading. Keep the rest very light and white. I'll clean off my brush, and I'll grab some cadmium yellow deep, mix a little bit more green. So it's a little green on the outside of that center. And then you just grab some cadmium yellow deep itself, tap it right in the center. Simple little flower. So right there is a very simple design, don't you think? 10 minutes, easy, drawing, painting, oops, wet. Take it up a notch by adding the green colors in the background. You could use the same brush. I'm gonna get rid of this red. There's a lot of green in this background. We don't have to paint that. We can just do a little bit. I wouldn't suggest painting the whole thing. So grabbing my cadmium yellow deep, a little bit of Prussian blue. Got this nice green, very loose and wet. Because why? We're going to go around here. I'm going to dip my brush into water again, even looser. And maybe if it's too loose, I'll tap on the paper towel. So I'm going to go around, maybe add some more yellow. Not yellow enough. Or you can keep it medium green. I'm making it really light. I'm just going in between my strawberries up in here, up in this area. I'm not going to fill it everywhere. You can go right over the greens, by the way. See? Just keep that little bud flower white. Don't paint on that. Adding in some yellows. And while you have it wet and damp, just go right over my greens. We're going to add some color. We're going to bleed some color into it to make it fun. Going to bring this down, dilute it, going towards the bottom by adding more water. So it's very light. Now, going to add more Prussian blue in here. There's my yellow. So we got some deeper green happening. Let's play with this a little bit. It's a little thicker too. So we can, just, while it's damp and wet, we can kind of go in here and play with just tapping in some of this color. Now that one dried, this one's still damp. So it's kind of like the photograph. See, it dried over here. Oh boy. Got to move fast, right? So I'll just get some clear water, go in here, try and go over this area again, still damp, and just kind of tap in some green. It looked more interesting, right? It was just kind of boring before. Add a little bit more green, the deeper green up this way. We've still got some yellow greens here. Can grab some more yellow. Tap that down here. So it looks a little more interesting, right? Then there's just your typical strawberries just sitting around. Even get a little bit darker. I add some more Prussian blue and some burnt umber here. So it's darker and thicker. Let's see, can even make this a little bit darker on my leaf. Tap. I don't know if it would be great to put the really dark on this. We can tap some color here. Let's see. Kind of like the light green. Cleaning off my brush. Maybe move some of this color around. Just moving it around. We're having fun playing wet on wet here with our strawberries. And I'll just kind of clean this by adding a little bit of water and diluting the bottom. You could add like some peacock blue. They're kind of pretty down here. So it's not just, if you don't like to keep it just empty, add a little peacock. And just kind of bring that color right up in here. So it kind of blends. Going over those white areas, filling those in. That's sweet. Simple little strawberries. And remember we talked about the strawberry itself? If you take the opposite color, like green, you can put it on the bread, just a little bit, bleed a little bit. That's how you get the shading with the complementary color. Kind of sweet. I have a little hard edge happening around my flower. I'm going to just kind of move that paint. Get a little bit darker up here. So a little bit negative painting around my little white flower by adding some deeper greens around it. So it pops a little more. See how that looks. Just kind of bring it down here. And that took nothing to do. It'd be kind of fun just to like all kinds of fruit, right? Let this dry, and one last little tidbit, and then we're done. So after you finish that, this little seeds, right? I'm going to take a little bit of white gouache and a small brush. This is a 4-round Velvet Touch Series brush. Dilute my white gouache a little bit so you can actually move it. And just fill it in where the seeds are. You could also just paint them black. I like a little white. I'll keep them black. I like a little highlight. It's perfectly fine to do it all black too. Either or. And if you want to get technical, you can use this brush and add a little bit more shadowing kind of around our little bloom here. A bit more blue there. And even same thing with the leaves. I'm going to grab a little bit more deeper green. Can add some shadows, some lines around our little stems. Really cute, isn't it? Just a cute little strawberry painting. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Super fun. Just find some simple fruit, even on your, like whatever you have in your house, and draw it with the simple pencil and then the ink, and then wash it in. And you can put the background. I just left it white and then I added color. You don't have to add color, play around with it. All that good stuff. If you're a Patreon member, click the link in the description because you get the extra tutorial of the strawberry shortcake. And I go over this step by step as well. If you'd like to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box to join. You can join and cancel anytime. All kinds of goodies on my Patreon. More in-depth tutorials than these. Even that ink and wash I just showed you. We got some really in-depth tutorials that take about an hour long with the traceable reference photo, all that good stuff. Yeah, so it's where you support my free content here at YouTube, which I really appreciate. So leave a comment below if you'd like to paint with ink and wash. This is a small little sketchbook, a little tiny. You can even go even smaller. All right, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.